after further evaluations of it, just how do you assess how they reacted to playing against different styles and just the differences that your team has reacted to?
Well, I think I said this after the game. Maybe I didn't. I thought we were much better the second half than we were the first half. I thought the first half sped us up from a standpoint in the half court, but it slowed us down in the full court. And again, it's kind of the opposite way. Full court, made basket, you want to attack a zone. You know, that's when it's kind of most vulnerable. It's getting back and getting set. We didn't do it the first half. Second half, if you'll go back and remember, you know, we threw it ahead a couple times and got it to the rim. Early in that second half, Carson got a layup or a foul just by throwing it ahead. First half, we shot 1 free throw. Second half, we shot 14 free throws. Now, we by no means were, it wasn't no piece of artwork second half, but we were better. And again, the more we play against it, the better we'll get. And, you know, I still don't think we're an easy team to zone. We got enough different pieces. You know, one thing against the zone you always want to try to do is throw it inside some. And, you know, we got to get it inside differently than maybe just on that block. But it was better the second half, and, you know, naturally we've had time to, you know, spend a little bit more time on it now, and I think we'll be more comfortable as we keep working on it and playing, seeing it, and moving forward.
Do you expect to see it against UAB this Thursday?
You know, I would think this. You know, they're basically a man team, but they have a zone, so they'll mix their zone up. They do have a zone. If you remember, they zoned us a bunch here last year and zoned us a bunch down third place last year. So we've seen a lot of zone against them the last 2 years. So, you know, it won't be anything surprising if we zone. And like I said, I think we can become a team that's not real easy to zone.
You mentioned the need for obviously some depth right now, having the guys playing a whole lot of minutes, 5 guys playing a lot of minutes. Where do you, as a coach, balance the, you know, we want to get guys an opportunity to go in there and work some things out, and then there's also that margin that you talk about where you don't have a very long leash to go figure things out as you're one of those guys to step up?
Well, I mean, that's all a great question. You know, this time of year, you know, that margin for error in these games is real thin, and it's hard to let guys play through mistakes as much this time of the year as it is back in the fall when you've got some teams that you're going to beat and you got good leads on, that making 2 or 3 mistakes in a row doesn't determine the outcome of a game. Well, we don't have none of those games left on our schedule. You know, every game, you know, is a 1-possession game, and it don't take much to tilt the flow of a game. You know, offensively or defensively. So, like you just said, there's a real small leash, but at the same time, we need more from Jeremiah. We need more from Matt. You know, as we look on down the road, maybe it's Isaiah steps up and gives us some minutes. But we're searching, and we definitely need that from our bench.
You put in Matt a couple of times. Where does Isaiah fall into that?
Well, you know, Matt's playing because, you know, naturally he's more experienced, you know, a little taller, a little more athletic, just, you know, more experienced. And you're giving him opportunity to do some things. And there's moments he's done well for us. And there's other moments that, you know, hadn't been quite as good. We need more consistency from him. And, you know, again, you know, we'll see as it goes forward, you know, where consistency comes from him. You know, if not, then maybe, you know, Isaiah's a guy that can step up and give us that. I know Isaiah's going to give everything he's got. He's going to try. Mistakes he's going to make just because he's a youngster. And he'll keep getting better because of the kind of person he is and the work ethic he has.
There was one game you talked about, you know, seeing Jeremiah get out there and do well, and then since hasn't played a ton out there. Just where it's just been a matchup thing. You like the flow of the way the guys out there are now.
It's been that leash.
Yeah.
That game we put him in was against who? Kentucky Wesleyan.
Yeah.
Where you could, you know, you got a little bit more leash. You got a little more, you know, opportunities to make a couple different mistakes. Since then, you know our schedule. We left here and went to Rhode Island. There's just zero margins. The next game was overtime game. That's the kind of margin we've had. So, again, we need him to still find ways to help step up and give us some minutes. And, I still believe he can. I have confidence in him being able to help us. And, and he don't need to come in the game, trying to do too much. We all know his strengths, making shots. Don't try to do things you can't do, Play to your strengths, play hard, don't take away while you're in there. And the more you do that, the more comfort you're going to get, then the more minutes you're going to get. So, but we definitely need him to step up and help us.
Coach Carson was named co-player of the week for Conference USA yesterday. It seems that he has a new bred intensity in roles, especially since Charles' injury. What have you seen from him, just seeing him day in, day out? What he brings to the table and how he has been able to elevate his play, not only offensively but also on the boards?
Well, I don't know if it's been any renewed energy since Charles been out. We see it every day with Charles. He played that way. It maybe gets exposed is not the right word, but magnified more because he's the only big guy out there, and there's more room for him to roam a little bit. But his energy's same way every day, every possession. Before Charles, after Charles, that's one thing you don't have to question about him. And, that's the adjustment he's had. Hadn't been because of, effort and toughness. Adjustment he's had just going to a new position offensively, defensively, having to score against a different guy, having to defend a different guy. But some ways, offensively, his effort and toughness helps him against certain players. So, I think he has become a guy that probably couldn't have said this 6 months ago. But for sure now he can bring a big guy away from the basket and has the ability to make them honor his shot. And if you honor his shot, he has enough ability to get around them. And again, we didn't see any man that last basically 35 minutes of that last game. So they took that away from us some, but well deserving of his honor. It doesn't affect him one way or the other. He's the same guy every day, every possession, never high, never low. Those kind of guys you love to coach. And those kind of guys get better. They're not affected by, everybody wants to score, and that's okay, and that's good. But it's not going to affect his effort level. Some guys, it may affect effort and attitude when they're not scoring. Carson doesn't affect him at all. He's the same guy, and again, that's why he's become, so effective. And I'm sure, hopefully, it's not his last honor he gets this year.
Coach, you talked about how the margin of error at this point in the season is a lot smaller now. Just how important, or how big is it that you guys started off 2-0 in conference play?
Man, it's important. Anytime you're at home, defend your home court. I mean, you just got to do that. And I don't know if it's magnified anymore with this team, just any team, you got to defend your home court because it's not easy to win on the road nowhere in college basketball. And our team, we know that margin for error is thinner at home or on the road. So for sure, you're at home, you got to find ways to win those games. And again, our team found ways to win two different type of games. North Texas was totally a different game than Rice. It was a totally different kind of offensive game. Then we found a way to win a different offensive game, in that last one. So those were two good experiences for our team to have played against differently. I think that North Texas had, as I said, going into the game, I thought maybe the best big guy in the league in Simmons. And I thought we was able to keep him off pace and off bounce and got him in a little foul trouble. And he really wasn't a factor. I think he had 4 points. And he's a really good basketball player. And that was a big That was a big thing for us to be able to do too. But again, multiple guys, that first night, we did it in multiple ways. Zach gave me a stat last night, which was a good stat. I guess in the last 3 games, we've had 10 or less turnovers. And it's been a long time when you've had 3 games back to back to back that we've kind of done that. So I think that's a step forward. It's a baby step here and a baby step there, but our guys are competing, and like I said, we'll continue to find ways to get better as we keep playing.
Also on UAB, they've not scored a lot in these last 2 games, but they've got a lot of size and bench contributions.
They have a lot of size. They had a great win over Duquesne. I think Duquesne at the time was, 10-0. I think UAB was the first team that beat them. Y'all go back and check that. Beat them on a neutral court. They had Memphis down 20 at home, first half, and Memphis came back and won the game. A very good team, got good size. Guys, a 6'11", 4 guy. They got different guys who can score the basketball, and you go on the road then. They lost 2 on the road, but at Old Dominion's kind of a tie game with a minute to go at Old Dominion. So, again, that tells you how good they are. So, we know they're going to be a challenge for us, but it'll be a great opportunity for us to hit this road and see what we can get done the first road game in the conference.